Costco. Today I'm gonna be making burgers for the whole family, but I'm gonna buy all the ingredients from Costco, and I'm gonna do two other things. Number one, show you how to make these burgers from a frozen patty. That's right, it's super easy and convenient. And then two, show you what the price is per burger for a full-on legit deluxe burger, cheese and all, okay? Toppings, bun, and of course, burger patty. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Of course, gotta go the back way. I'm gonna start with the toppings. I'm gonna get some tomatoes here. Tomatoes on the vine, which is kind of new. I've never seen it like this before. Look at this. They got a whole burger section or grilling section. Some toppings, mustard, barbecue sauce, beans over there. But I'm looking for these buns. And lucky me, 12 count of brioche hamburger buns. $3.89, $1 off. I'll take it. I'm always down with a deal. Our go-to cheese is this Tillamook one. I'm curious if they have this brand at other Costco's. 52 slices, $12.49. Of course, because the girls love cheeseburgers. I mean, who doesn't like a cheeseburger? I guess if you're lactose intolerant, maybe you go for the hamburger, but I can't remember the last time somebody came over to my house and asked for a hamburger. All right, so we got some options for burger patties. Got some bean burger patties. They got these Kirkland signature regular ground beef patties. But I go for the grass-fed stuff, and I'll tell you why. For a 15 count, this is 28 bucks, but grass-fed, way better for you. And this is what I use. So my recipe calls for that. Now you can buy the other stuff, which is a 1/3 pound of a regular, just conventional grown beef patty, but because I want the healthier version, that's just my opinion, I'm going with that. And it's probably a really good price compared to anywhere else. Can't have burgers without French fries, and really my favorite of all time, at least right now, value-wise, Kirkland brand French fries, frozen, $6.79 for 5 pounds. I paid $5 for a tiny little bag of organic French fries, which of course probably are better, but when you got 5 kids, this is what you go with. Time to check out now. All right, there you go. So, got my burger buns, got my patties, got the cheese. I think that's it. Got the French fries. All the other things I'll get somewhere else, but for now, this is good. All right, so I just got home. Burgers are in the freezer. Cheese is in the fridge. Just sliced up the tomatoes. I'm gonna grill up the onions, but first I'm gonna go ahead and butter the buns. Really important to do that, so I've got a whole bunch of butter. I just melted this. It's just 2 sticks of butter, and I will brush it on to this. I've got the grill warming up because you wanna get that thing blazing hot. Once everything's all mise en place and ready to go, this is really easy. It's very quick. In fact, I might not even vlog while talking that much, because it's that quick. Real simple, you just wanna lather all this butter on there. This is gonna give you that golden brownness, and when you grill these up, it's gonna be so freaking decadent. I'm using a salted butter here. Do both sides, bottom and top. I think you can do this ahead of time, frankly, if you really want to be more prepared. You keep track of those buns. I don't know about you, but I have this thing about keeping the top bun matched up with the bottom bun. It's a pet peeve of mine when people kind of split them up and then butter each side. Is that a thing? Do you guys ever think like that? All right, there we go. Buns are buttered. Onto the caramelized onions. Okay, so for the caramelized onions, I'm gonna use some of that butter I didn't use. More butter, more better. Then I'm taking the onions. It's a little thicker than I normally would want it. That's okay. And we're not trying to caramelize these like you normally would. We're just trying to get them a little bit charred, softened, and ready for the burgers when I cook them. All right, so Judy cut these. The reason I say normally I'd want them a little bit more thin. If you've got kids and you want them to eat onions, but they're not necessarily a big fan, you want them really thin so that you can hide them underneath the cheese. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it, but if it's a little thicker, it's got more body to it, hard to hide those onions, so. But all good, we'll make do. Done. For the French fries, we're gonna use this beef tallow that I got at the business Costco, a whole tub of it. This is the best to deep fry French fries with. So Judy's been on this kind of cleansing health kick, which I love because I'm like that.
Really?
No plastic, no non-stick. And I've noticed there's been other considerations. So Judy would typically not do things that take extra effort or more work than it needs to be.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things, but you've been doing it because I think you're more mindful what we're putting in our bodies.
Hey, look at us.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be doing beef tallow. What's nice about this tub, normally it comes out of these jars, but no more. We have this big tub. I'm gonna buy more of this, but way more convenient.
Try that, see what the flavor's like.
Well, the flavor's clean, but beef tallow is the ideal fat to deep fry French fries in. In fact, McDonald's used to do this, so. And this is making my life so much easier. Woo! Look at how easy that was. It's usually, so what I have to do is I take the jar, because you want to get everything out of it. So you have to put it in hot water, let it soften up, and then dump it out, and then try to get as much out, and then you don't always get as much out. So, all right, there you go. Now it's time to heat this up and make some French fries. All right, got my fry station going. I got my frozen French fries I just took out. This is literally gonna take, I wanna say 3 minutes. So I've got everything ready. Onions are caramelized, cheese is ready to go. Burger buns are buttered, and I'm about to toast those. And then the patties will be last. Oh, nice. So this is a very fast process. In fact, I'm gonna ask Judy maybe to help me, but I wanna get at least one batch going. The key to French fries is you don't wanna overload your oil, so I'm gonna put it into this little basket right here, just to kind of measure. That's about one plateful. We make about 3 or 4 batches of this. I'm gonna drop it in. Now this will splatter, so stand back a little bit. Whoa, there we go. Set a timer. I do crank up the heat to 355. Boom, 3 minutes. Stir it around a little bit. Now I do put these back into the freezer because it's hot outside. I don't want these to get melted. Oh yeah. It's been 3 minutes. Got one over here. I'll try it. Don't need a couple more minutes. It's been about a total of 5 minutes. And I did taste another one, and it's really good. What I like about this one, got the skin on still. You rarely see that with frozen French fries. A lot of people, I mean, I think a lot of people don't like the skin, but I prefer the skin on there. So I'm using this sieve here just to let it drain a little bit more. Season it a little bit, it'll be good to go. Ooh, yeah. Not too much. There we go. Let's try one more bite. Wow. Buns, buttered, cheese, patties pulled out of the freezer just right now. This literally takes 10 minutes. 8 minutes to cook the burger patties, but 2 minutes to toast the buns. So let me show you the whole process right now. All right. First things first, what I like to do is just put them right on the grill, obviously. But this kind of butters the grill a little bit. Gotta move quick though because this won't take very long. And this grill is super hot. Go ahead and grill up all these. Okay, what you're gonna do though, right away, and just turn it. And do this for all of them. Literally just turn it, just like so. Turn. This is gonna be really hot, so be careful. All right, so I just turned all of them. By the time you get done, guess what happened? There we go. That is freaking perfect right there. For now, I'm just gonna put them up here, just like so. Like I said, you gotta move real quick here because these are hot. I'm gonna leave these guys on just for a hot second more. Then it's time to crank up the heat. So I'm gonna turn up the heat all the way. I'm not kidding when I say these are frozen. Look at this, frozen. Put it right on there. Just like that, right on. You gotta move quick though because you want these to all kind of cook at the same time. Hot. There we go. Hey Siri, set a timer for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It's been about 2 minutes now, so I'm gonna just check it. Always check. Ooh, see that? That's what you're looking for right there. So this is a trick. You're going to flip it just like that on a different part of the grill and do it for all of them. Grill marks are not that pronounced, but that's okay because no one's gonna see them anyways. Next, let's put some salt on it. The reason I'm doing it now is because if you put it onto a frozen patty, nothing will happen. I'm doing it now. Set a timer for 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. So I am gonna start removing these buns because they will toast too much. These are really hot by now, so these gloves really come in handy. Whew, look how perfect that is, right there. Make sure you're paying attention to the time. There we go. Flipping now on the other side. Doing a quarter turn, by the way. 2 more minutes. Set another timer for 2 minutes. Good time for our beer. The reason I like this is because it's very predictable. I want to eat at a certain time. If I've got everything else ready, I know these burgers, I can cook, 7, 8 of them on this grill. Obviously there's 7 of us. The little ones don't eat a full burger, but it's nice to have that predictability. But you have to have everything ready, everything. All right, 2 minutes. This is the key part here. What I'm gonna do, flip these. Be careful, it will start getting smoky because the fat is now rendered out. That's another thing I like about this method. The fat doesn't start burning right away. You know what I'm talking about if you do burgers a lot. Move in all these guys. There we go. Last one here. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, the grill marks look awesome. Here, I just gotta show you one of the grill marks on these guys. Look at that, perfect grill marks. Okay, not that you even need them because who's gonna see them? This is why you have to have everything ready. Caramelized onions, which look amazing. Gonna put them right on top, just like so. For the little ones, they're not a big fan of the onions, so I put less. Okay, last but not least, the cheese. They're right on top, all there. And then, really important part, close it and let it finish. Definitely been 2 minutes. Just want to close it enough for that to happen. All right, so got my buns ready over here. That's looking real good. Put it right over there on the buns, just like so. At this point, you could actually turn off the heat. I like to just keep it going. Why not? Make sure it's all done. Burn off whatever's on there. But this is awesome looking. Oh my gosh, look at that. There we go. Look at this. Oh, honey. Cheeseburgers are done. Burgers are done. Fries are done. Oh, and then we got broccoli.
Yay!
Yeah, baby.
Mommy, this looks so good, Daddy.
Is it weird to put like Dijon mustard on a burger?
No, you can do whatever you want. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to try this. There we go. You guys go ahead, grab a plate, get a burger, and you guys can start eating. A little bit of ketchup. Ooh, honey, you cooked these perfectly. Little, what do you call this? Chick-fil-A sauce with that Kirkland signature fries. This sauce is also from Costco.
Relish. Okay, here we go.
What do you think about the burger? Is it good?
Wow. You know what really elevates it?
What?
The crunch from the bun. Wow, that's really good.